I'm going to set this forward. I've told you guys I don't want to talk to VDM again. Since he faked that bank statement and the WhatsApp chat, this guy, there's nothing this guy is not capable of doing anymore. This guy told Nigerians that he paid somebody, he had a conversation with somebody on the 3rd, and the person sent the account on the 3rd. Then he present evidence that he paid the person on the 2nd. We'll talk about it. Blogs talk about it. He refused to speak about it. He's a clown. It's only people that I don't think logical that are following this guy. And I'm sorry to tell you, his followers are the most slow set of people in Nigeria. Very slow. And there are plenty of them on my DM, insultive, cursing, and I'm always laughing. But listening to him analyze Nedu's matter.
Let's make it on this media. Not be by say you be OG for the industry, na lie. It is the universe now against you. You see how everything they go for, you are crumbling, my bro. I heard you people went to the police station recently. I say when I go police station, say you go to tell police talk, say.
It is the amount of gullible people that followed him. And it should be consigning for Nigerians, because the people that follow these guys, I'm sad that I share the same country name with them. Absolutely. Now, in this country called United Kingdom, we don't bully people. But I came out and called the company that claim to be an NGO in the UK, the MSMBM. I exposed them. I called them a fraud, which they are, with empirical proof that they are fraud. And they're not doing anything about it. If they think I'm lying, they should challenge it. They should report me to the police. They should sue me. I have insurance. My company will take care of it. But let's listen to Very Dark Man.
Did they go and report to me? And why did I bring it on the media? You see your life. Instead of you to be accountable for what you did, you won't go through the back. You won't go through the back. And the police people where you go meet, they should also be very careful. They should be very careful. They should tell you to do the right thing.
There's no right thing to do, Very Dark Man. Nedu organized the event that was meant to organize. There is no charity in the UK. Tolu, the one talking to you, she's a fraud. I said it. I am in the UK. She can sue me. Her husband, I spoke to him. Him herself, I spoke to him. Delen, one of their fake director, I spoke to him. Fatima in Dubai, the one that sent you the video, I communicate with her. Now, I also have done all of my research. You can do your research about me and come up with any evidence you have about me. I don't mind. I'm here, bro. You don't know me. I'm a Gbira boy. I will dismantle you. Try me. Try. I will dismantle your ego. Financially, intellectually, physically. I will. I'm not Nedu. I am Mr. Ben. Nigerian.
You collected money for billboards. Why did you not put the billboards there?
You see, this is the most daftest guy in the world. He's keep on talking about billboard, and all of his mumu follower are shouting big board. Now, Tolu, you told Nedu to use the 40 million for anything. This is what you told me. I have you on the record. Tolu is the name of the owner of the school, the fake NGO that this guy put on his head, or should I say on her head. Tolu, you told me that you told Nedu to use the 40 million for whatever. So if Nedu choose not to pay for billboard and pay for other things, he's within his right to do so. But I'm explaining this not for VDM followers. It's for the intellectual Nigerians, people that listen, people that actually open their ear and listen, not gullibles or clickbait, idiotic, paid commentators on social media. Now, Tolu, you told me this by yourself. I have you on the record. You told me Nedu did not defraud. You wanted an accountability. What accountability? Now, let's go and listen because I'm going to analyze it better.
Yeah. You people who complain about the government, you are worse than the government. They give you money for something, you don't do it. Not be saying you even keep the money. Now, account for it, you cannot account for it. You came online, all of now they talk, your manager they talk, down they talk like fool. They talk, I see they wait for a lawsuit, now they fear. Bring it. I'm bored. Bring the lawsuit. But like I said, on this internet, now me they tell you, don't be anybody. In short, make everybody online. Make them still follow you. Make get 200 million followers. Make it be say, okay, yes, let's prove to very dark man that Nedu will still be it. It will still not happen. It's that crazy. Make everybody for the whole
Nedu, and Nedu say, sorry, I know they do nyash. Because I don't understand what kind of this obsession with Nedu. Now, you are even cursing him. You are telling him he's not going to do well in his life. How terrible is this? Another man to another man. Now, you see, the problem of this guy is this. He's losing it in Nigeria. Now, everybody have basically found him out for who he is. He no longer have any confidential friends. Nobody. Deji, my Kogi brother, your lawyer, is just being professional with you. He knows that you are a basket of mumus. And as Deji consigned, he got to make his dough. Deji got to make his money. And unfortunately, that is what is going to be. Deji, don't advise him, or please collect your money and use him to shine until you put him where he belongs. But for now, let's listen to what the very dark man has to say about Nedu and how he wants to see him destroyed.
internet follow you today. May you get 350 million followers. It will still not happen. Make them they even share them every day. May they get 1 million share.
With a false lies. I don't see how I can overlook this, because when they sent me the video today, I thought I should just overlook it. Mr. Ben, don't talk about it. It's not important. Just VDM being VDM. He's silly. He's an idiot. But, it got to a point whereby I'm no longer ready to give pass to stupid things like this. It makes me feel like I'm not representing the community that followed my platform. Many of you knows me. I've been on social media as long as possible. We are not new on this market. And when I look at this young man, I felt completely pity for him. He's desperate. He want to kill it by force. Bro, you've got 300 million in your account. Enjoy your life. That's your intention. Just enjoy your life. But stop pretending to be who you are not. We know who you are. I have your data in my hand. And when I begin to discard it, it will shock you. Don't forget I live in the UK. And there are information I have privilege to about you that I'm just shaking my head over. I'm not a blackmailer like you. I don't go do things that I shouldn't do. I don't want to talk about you. But if you don't leave Nedu alone, you gave me no choice. I am going to basically go after the school. Not the school. They don't have a school, basically. Your fake NGO in the UK, they are already in trouble. Okay? That is their report, their fraud report. As you can see, they've been reported as well. And their case is loading as well. And it's going to be very heavy. But I'm going to allow you to finish your statement. Let him finish his statement.
You'll be stagnant. Be stagnant. No be juju, no be jazz. I mean, they say. And when I said you're going to learn, you will learn, and you will learn the hard way. And as for Honest Bunch, when I look for a way to bring him back without you. But again, before you bring him back, I will still advise you. Tell him make it pay.
Pay who? Pay who? Who don't pay? Who in the hole? Baba, you know, get sense. I tell you. I don't blame you. I blame people that followed you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard him say all of his rubbish. First of all, I want to play a cassette for you. What I'm going to play for you now is a video of this so-called school in the UK. And I'm going to play it for you now. Hold on a second. I'm getting messages. Let me read one video of these fraud people. And I'm going to show it to you. I want you to listen to this. On the day this event was held in Lagos, the so-called school sent a representative, plenty of them. They came over to Lagos and they attended the event in Lagos, Nigeria. They were there, plenty of them. When I mean plenty of them, the event was actually held and Nedu represented himself and the event was well attended. I'm going to try to show it to you so that we can all have a clear mind about what happened here. Now, this was the day the event was held. And unfortunately, VDM never related. Now, this is the day the event is held in Lagos. And the school in question sent their representative. I want you to watch this. Now, VDM is asking for billboard Okay, the event actually held, people attended. Now, I'm going to show you more videos. I'm going to definitely show you more videos of that the event took place. The money that was paid to organize the event was not paid for Nedo. I want you to understand because I know a lot of you guys have been lost in the conversation. Nedo came to the UK to have a show, and Nedo met this couple that say they own a school in United Kingdom. Nedo met them through another friend of them who introduced Nedo to these guys. Nedo then decided to speak with them, and they said, we want to sponsor student that Nedo should support it. Nedo told them that, of course, I will. I want to also give back to the society. They then went into agreement to stage an organization and raise funds to support students to learn. As far as Nedu is concerned, it was all for the charity. Nedu never knew that these people are nothing but fraud that they are. They show Nedu their beautiful website. Nedu then took it upon himself to say, okay, I want to work with you guys. They then asked Nedu that we want to run this venture through your own charity in Nigeria, Nedu Foundation. Hence come Nedu Foundation. Because this company in the UK are not charity. They are not NGO. They are business that make profit. So they wanted Nedu to open a charity in Nigeria so they can run their fraud through. Nedu wanting to help, Nedu decided to open his charity to them called Nedu Foundation Initiative. Then they joined, they sponsor the event. They asked Nedu, what do you need to host VIPs, celebrities? Because these people's intention was to use Nedu's influence, connect Nedu's influence. Nedu give them list of things that will be needed to stage a successful event, a gala night. They agreed. They paid the initial 40 million. Now, nobody ever told you guys these things, but I'm going to give you guys in a low key, not all the TikTok shout. But this is very important. Keynote, they paid 40 million naira to Nedu, which we show the receipt to you guys. And then Nedu started the event organization, paying for all of the logistic that it takes to host a successful event. Nedu also informed them that he's going to use his contact to make the influencers give a shout out to the show, to make it the publicity to the maximum. They agreed. Now, after they paid Nedu, this company, who is not a company, as of the time they entered this agreement, they have no registered company in the UK. They've liquidated the company. Now, the company was not voluntarily ended. The government strike it off. As of the time they entered the agreement with Nedu, they have no company, talk less of NGO. This Metropolitan School of Management is rubbish. It's nothing like that existing as of the time they enter into this venture arrangement with Nedu. But Nedu did not know. Nedu took it anyway. Now, they decided to run this thing together through Nedu's initiative, NGO. Now, when they gave Nedu the 40 million, Tolu then asked Nedu to tell them how they can make their money back. And Tolu bring an ideas how to make the money back was to sell ticket for people to attend the gala night for the day of the event. And Tolu put a price tag on it. Tolu, I have the text message here. Look at it. Tolu told Nedu, we are going to charge $750 to $1,500 per head. Nedu and its management then replied them and said, no, in Nigeria, we do not charge for such thing. That in Nigeria, charging is not supposed to be. We don't charge. They then said, no, how can you not charge? How are we going to make our money? That is the text message from Tolu. How are we going to make our money? Nedu said, in Nigeria, if you're asking somebody to come and donate, you do not charge them. They are not going to accept it. Now, to cut a long story short, then they decided they become very reluctant because they've already calculated They have 500 guests that will come into the event, and they've calculated it. They pay 40 million initial payment before this conversation started, and they've calculated it. Now, if they have 500 guests coming in and they charge $750 per head because they want to use Nedu's influence, nobody knows these people. Nigerians know Nedu, know rich people. Nigerians, billionaires and millionaires could easily pay that amount of money. So they are counting on Nedu to use his influence to sell the ticket to the event so they can make initial profit from what they have invested, the 40 million they have invested. Nedu said, no, I am not going to meet all of these our famous people and ask them to buy ticket. So what we tell them, because it's a charity gala, you give them the liberty to make choices of how much they want to donate. Telling them to buy a ticket is not achievable in Nigerian scenario. You can see the text messages. But these people are very disappointed because Nedu said this is going to be free entrance for all the rich people. And Nedu also told them, as because it's a charity and an NGO funding, you don't collect the money immediately. This is an event to open the event so that people know what we're doing, then we can start asking them to donate towards it. And it's an ongoing thing. They didn't like it. They want instant backup payment. Now they calculated it. 500 people times $750. That will give them $375,000 if they charge 750 times 500. Now, let's say it in their calculation, they were able to get 100 people or 200 people to pay $1,000. No, $1,500. The VVIP, you see the text message, the VVIP, $1,500 times 200. They will make $300,000 from 200 people that will buy the ticket at $1,500. They were counting on Nedu's influence. Nedu can approach Davido, can approach so many people. So they were counting on that. That is why they brought this 40 million. When Nedu told them that they are not ready, then they wanted to pull out. Now, when I spoke to Tolu, told me we wanted to pull out. Then we asked Nedu to give us that 40 million. Nedu say he has started spending it. This is the voice note where Tolu said that to me directly.
Said, please take the time to read these terms and conditions. This contract of agreement before you open any charity account. We sent him that link. There is an email of it. It was very short because we wanted him to read that email and see that you need to read this thing. That was literally all the email was about. Read it and understand it.
So that is your own side of the contract to him.
That was the side of the contract, and we explained everything to him. We said, see, when you have this, we need to know what you're expending it on. The first 40 million naira that was sent to him, they didn't even let us know any, because, okay, at first, it was supposed to be a ticketed event, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even let us know that they were not making it ticketed until we said, okay, so how much are you thinking of making the ticket? Because we don't want it to make it too expensive either, so that people can enjoy it. They now said, no, it's not going to be ticketed. And we said, really? It doesn't make any sense. They said, no, we said, no, we want people to get value for something. And we give them examples. Like, remember if someone like Alicia Keys is doing a concert for,
for fundraising, so people buy tables,
yes,
and then
exactly.
it raised a lot of funding.
For the ticket, beautiful. So people pay for the ticket, and then they now say all the profit from this concert is going towards this charity. That was what we were asking them to do. And they said no.
Did you guys put this in writing for him?
Everything was there that was supposed to be for fundraising. It was all. That's why I sent you the link to the agreement. If you read it, you'll see how detailed it was.
Okay.
It now said that in Nigeria, and see, this is when people are telling you that things have changed in Nigeria, because in Nigeria, you can't do that. If you do that, nobody's going to show up. So I said, so that means that nobody is doing concerts or shows in Nigeria. They said, not really. That because people are not paying for it, people will not pay for it. We now said, okay, in that case, let's take a pause. Let's do some other forms of publicity. Let's even see how people are going to react to knowing that there's a possibility of them having a scholarship. That because rather than do any event, perhaps we can use most of this money for actual scholarship. They now said, we've already paid off 35 million to the event planner already. I said, really? That is not a smart thing to do. You don't just give somebody that whole bulk of body weight is already done. So we were forced to actually transfer the last balance. But that last balance was done with the intent, and that was what all the breakdown was all about, that they were going to do all of this publicity. So we thought, okay, fine, with the publicity, then we can ride on it with Lead for Good Africa. In fact, we sent them some of the things that Lead for Good Africa was doing and said, if you do this, then we can actually ride on it, right? And that this will help them as well. That we know that you don't want to promote Lead for Good Africa, but this is a good charity that is actually doing a lot for Nigerians. That we're very conscious of the fact that there are a lot of grassroots that a lot of big charities can never reach just because they're at the grassroots. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I got your point. Tolu, when VDM came out and brought your case and highlighted your case, he made it clear it was an NGO that you guys are. Take that point. He also made it clear that Nedu defraud. He also make it clear on his broadcast that you guys were giving scholarship to students to study in the UK. Are these all fact?
Would it shock you to know that
this is what he say? It is what he say.
Any of all this information that you say VDM is having, even me personally, I don't have his number.
But this is what he said from his mouth on his platform.
Why do you think Miss Fatima? Yes. Why do you think Miss Fatima did that video? Why do you think, even in the video, she put a transcript of everything she said for everybody that could not take the time to listen to everything she was saying? Mm-hmm. Why do you think? Because we kept explaining to everybody and we let them know exactly who MSBM is. We have a lot of students in Nigeria. Right? If you speak to any of the students, they will let you know that we are not a charity organization, but we work with charity organizations. There is a difference.
So
and we work with them
because I don't want a situation where I will misrepresent fact, because for me, I have to make sure that if Nedu is wrong, the truth is being said. But what I discovered was there is a personal vendetta going on the media in Nigeria.
Business.
It is because it is. Don't say it's none of your business, because I think
honestly it's not.
No,
because I've never
told you. I know you haven't spoke to VDM, but VDM released a voice. VDM released a voice note of you
because he's fighting for justice.
So he released a voice note of you that he said you sent to him. So you can't tell me you haven't spoke to VDM. So how did VDM acquire a voice note?
If I tell you how this thing is, you see, it's somebody that is angry that is doing all these things, not even us.
But nobody, my sister, nobody will be angry to release your voice note. It's a voice note that you spend 18 minutes.
Because this was a voice note I sent to the person. And you see, right now, there are different people that are on this case. And you know the reason why? Because what you don't understand was that he was introduced by some people to the school.
Yes.
And after the introduction by those people to the school, this same person stopped communicating with them. Nedu stopped communicating with the people that introduced him to the school. People understand. You see, honestly, if you see the way we've been operating, you will notice that there's very little that we're saying. Some of these things, they just wanted to understand it like seriously. So this person will come and do all of this. And you guys, and we said, no, we've taken it up legally in Nigeria. You know, it takes time. That's what we told them.
So the video that Miss Fatima made and sent to VDM, was that a direct communication or from a third party?
It was not. This was just something that we put on a social media page.
So this was when did you guys post it? When did you guys posted it on the social media? When did you guys posted it on the social media? Was it after the case come up? Okay, which social media platform is that? Because I want to have it. Honestly speaking, at the end of the day, we want to make sure that listen.
I know you're fighting very hard. You're already biased.
I am
biased. Not because you want to.
Yes, I am biased because I saw the system that. So Tolu was angry that Nedu did not accept to put a gate fees. So they were not sure of their income that they've invested, because these people were never ready for any NGO. Nobody was going to the UK. But unfortunately, VDM does not understand this, because VDM is like a soldier. Go. Now commanding they listening to, they use their own normal mandula. So Nedu said no. So they got angry. They asked Nedu to give them back the 40 million. Nedu said, no, we've already started spending it. We'll rent a hall. We've already started paying vendors. Nedu now asked them to bring the remaining 20 million. They said no, they were lagging behind. But Nedu insists, listen, we cannot go on if you don't bring this money. Then they discovered they have no choice than to bring the 20 million. They then make another payment, making it 60 million. Nedu went and organized a fantastic event. But before then, they told Nedu to use the 40 million for anything. This is where the ladies told me that he told Nedu to use the 40 million for anything. So that means if Nedu told them before, I'm going to do billboard, I'm going to do this, we're going to do this. Now they have now given Nedu now all the liberty to decide what and what